began in 1987 in a forgotten village called Glenford, tucked deep into the Yorkshire Dales. The kind of place where the roads turn to gravel and the fog stays low year round. Only 14 families lived there. Now only 6 remain. The story surrounds the abandoned cottage at the edge of the forest, number 43, Thorn Hollow Lane. It had been empty for nearly 20 years, until James and Eliza Warren moved in. They were writers looking for quiet. They got something else. But the first few nights were peaceful, too peaceful. There were no birds, no wind. Even the trees outside seemed unusually still. Eliza said the silence had a sound. James laughed. She didn't. One morning, Eliza found deep nail marks in the back door, like something or someone had tried to get in or out. The wood was splintered in thin, claw-like strokes. They had no pets. That same evening, James heard footsteps upstairs, but Eliza was in the kitchen. He checked every room, nothing. Just that feeling like someone had just left the room before he entered it. Eliza started waking up at 3:11 a.m. sharp. No alarm, no noise. She would sit up straight, sweating, whispering a single word every night. Buried. By the end of the first month, she stopped writing, stopped talking, except to mutter to herself while staring at the cellar door. A door they hadn't noticed before, a door that had no handle. James tried to open it. It wouldn't budge. They covered it with a bookshelf. One night, the lights went out. All of them. The fuse box hadn't tripped. The village electrician Peter Rowley came out the next morning and found no fault. But as he left, he said something James never forgot. This house was never finished. That cellar's never supposed to be open. She's still down there. James asked who. Peter just drove away. Eliza began sleeping in the attic. She'd arranged old blankets, candles, and even a mirror in a circle. She said the house felt cleaner up there. Until one night, James heard the attic door slam. When he reached the top, the room was ice cold. The mirror was cracked, and Eliza was standing still, whispering to something he couldn't see. He called her name. She turned slowly, smiled strangely, and said, "She doesn't like you here." That was the last full sentence she spoke. After that, she didn't respond to her name. Didn't meet. Just sat near the cellar door, waiting. James finally lost it. He smashed through the wall beside the cellar, crowbar in hand, until he found the space behind. The room was unfinished, with stone walls and dirt floors, and in the center was a small wooden crypt. Inside it, a porcelain doll, eyes scratched out, wrapped in a baby's burial gown, and written on the crypt's edge in faded red paint, "Below her rests the second." James left that night. A lesser Anne. Her body was found 6 months later by urban explorers. But the doll was gone, and no one talks about number 43 anymore. The locals say the house breathes at night. And some swear if you stand near the cellar door at 3:11 a.m., you can hear soft cry from two voices